How are we doing today? Welcome to our luncheon. Well then, I want to bring on somebody who is doing amazing work in the community. I'm loving that we're bringing back the trades in our community. And Joel Lube is going to come to talk to us from DSF Werks. And Joel, why don't you come up here and tell us what you do?
All right, thank you.
Give him a hand.
Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you, Melissa, for the invite to be here, and to the Signal Hill Chamber for the opportunity to come and share a little bit about DSF Werks. So DSF Werks is right here in Signal Hill. We're on Orange in the 405. We have a little shop, 3,200 square feet, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what's in the shop. But the nonprofit was started in 2019, and came about because we want to help youth that have aged out of the foster care system. And my wife and I, we fostered kids. We fostered actually 19 kids over a period of 8 years, and realized that that wasn't something we could continue to do for the rest of our lives, but it was something that was something we cared a lot about with what was going on with the youth that not only were in foster care, but that aged out of foster care. And so when they turn 18, there are resources available. There's resources for housing, there's funding for housing, there's funding for education, there's funding for food, but one of the significant things that is lacking is the reason why they're in foster care, which is that adults in their life are non-existent, essentially. And so 50% of those youth that age out of the foster care system are either homeless or incarcerated statistically within 2 years. So we're not doing very well as a society in how we're assisting and coming alongside those young people to know nothing that they did that would cause them to be in foster care, right? These are decisions that other people have made, or just realities of that why they're there. So as they age out of the foster care system, our goal is to really come alongside them. And although we'll talk a little bit about trades, we'll talk a little bit about media arts, which is what we focus on, the crux of what we're hoping to bring about is allowing them to be in community and be in relationship with people. And so the way that we're doing that is through a program that works with trades. It involves kind of a lot of good people that are loving their passion of working on cars, and they love to share their passion. They love to invite other people into that passion. And so just by design, this was kind of tapping into a community that's already exists and having a garage space where we can bring people together, but with the goal of seeing these young people connect with other people. And so we have a full-time program. It's 40 hours a week. We have paid apprenticeship programs where we're paying, we have a 1-year paid apprenticeship program, and just our first graduate is finishing up in that program. So we're super excited about that. We're also starting a new program that's a part-time paid internship program. And again, keep in mind that these programs, we can offer all kinds of things for free. We can invite these young people in, but they need to be resourced, right? So we can say, hey, we have this free program, but there's nobody that's footing the bill for them, right? So having these programs that are in some way paying them a part-time, for like a part-time job, that's super important. Having an apprenticeship program where it's a paid apprenticeship program, that's like critically important for them to actually survive while they're learning, so that they can spread their wings and survive. So the crux of what the program does is really helping youth move from dependent care in foster care to healthy independence, right? And again, sometimes I'll share with people, hey, we're working with emancipated youth, and they look at me like, they were formerly incarcerated. That's not the case. These are young people. You have kids that are like our kids, right? They're like our nephews, our nieces, or these are young people that we want to come alongside and encourage and be a resource to, right? And it's amazing how much they respond to that. I mean, we all need help and assistance and caring adults around us. Adulting is not an easy thing to do. It's not easy for anybody to do. And again, if you've had kids, just at the time that you think that they have flown out and that they're doing their own thing, all of a sudden they're back, and you're still helping them with something, right? And that's kind of the idea, is that we want to be a community and a resource to them. So besides the internships and the apprenticeship programs, we also have an open garage every Monday night. So every Monday night from 5 to 8, it's called Motor Monday. There's a flyer on the table. Thank you, Melissa. We open up the garage to anybody in the community. If you want to come and be a part of that, we would welcome you. Male, female, old, young, doesn't matter. We welcome you, and there's opportunity to have conversations. There's opportunity to wrench on cars. There's a free meal. We typically have 30 to 40 people show up in our shop and just be, again, present to each other. And the way I like to say it is, we're a learning community. So it doesn't matter if you have a lot of knowledge or have very little knowledge. We come as learners, and we can learn from each other. We can encourage each other. I've had people that are there to volunteer that have tremendous knowledge of mechanics, and they're a huge resource to us, and they leave and they say, I don't know who was blessed more or who was impacted more, if it was these young people or me, because truly they were impacted by the fact that they could contribute, they could coach somebody, they could encourage someone, but they're also benefiting from that, right? So I've talked to several of you, and it's a common theme. So many of you are volunteering in so many different ways, but what a rewarding way to be volunteering. And these young people certainly are very receptive. They're great young people. We focus on 18 to 24-year-olds. So again, they're not kids, although sometimes we call them kids, but they're young adults. And so that is, what the focus is of the program. We accept car donations. We accept, of course, financial donations. We're doing a fundraiser May 17th. This flyer tells you all about the fundraiser at SteelCraft over in Bixby Knolls. We're looking for more volunteers, and it's something that we're very passionate about. I mentioned we started in 2019. We didn't really kind of start ramping up until 2023 because of COVID, right? I mean, as far as having a full-time location, we didn't have that, but now we do. We have a full-time location where we run this program, and things have grown tremendously since 2019. Melissa pointed out, and we did get featured on CBS 2 News just recently, which was amazing. We've had the Long Beach Post, the Signal Hill Tribune featured us a couple of years ago with an event that we had done, and so we've gotten some wonderful PR. But we're here to stay, and we're thankful that we're here in Signal Hill. We're on Orange and the 405, as I mentioned, just next to Mechanical Seal Repair. Many of you probably are familiar, or across the street from the O'Hara lawnmower shop. So that's where our location is. And if you're interested in just checking us out, you can come on a Monday night, but you're welcome to stop by during the day as well if you are interested. I spoke with Greg, thank you, and he has a car project that he's working on, and
We're working on it.
there you go. I love that. And that's something that we invite people in to come and work on their cars. The crux is that we're not there to work on other people's cars so that they don't have to work on it. We want you there. We want the people that own the cars to be involved with it, because essentially that is why we're doing what we're doing, is to draw people in, and we have the resources in a shop. We have 3 lifts, we have all the tools, and if you have a little know-how or no know-how or tons of know-how, you're still welcome to come, and we'll work on the car together. You can learn something, or you can teach something, and but you can certainly be a part of the community. And yeah, Lisa.
Rosina.
Yeah, Rosina saw an ad in the Long Beach Lifestyle magazine, and she is 70-ish, and she has brought her cars, and she is a learner. She gets her hands dirty. She says, I want to know how to do this. I need the water pump redone. And one of her vehicles is a 66 Mustang. She also has like a 2014 Lexus. Both vehicles, she hasn't crawled under them yet, and I think that's okay. But she has certainly gotten into it and been wrenching, learning. She leaves and she goes, I learned something new today. And it's great. And again, what's beautiful about that is that the relationships that are formed, we're not just looking for, guys that are renters, right? We really want the community to be representative of the larger community, because that's what's so needed. Yes, Elizabeth.
Do you do both gas and diesel engines?
We do. We have a shop truck that you might see around. It's a big red, used to be a fire pickup truck, like a captain's pickup truck, but it has DSF Werks on the side of it.
That's the big, really large front. I've seen you drive that.
Yeah, it's an F-250, and it's a diesel. We've done quite a bit of work on it, so yes, we do diesel and gasoline. We've even worked on electric cars. So very nice. Yeah. But again, we want you to be involved. We want the community to be involved in the whole process. Yes.
How are the different ways we can help, including financial?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, first of all, our fundraiser May 17th. We would love for you to show up. We're going to have silent auction items, or if you have a silent auction item that you'd like to contribute, we still are looking for some of those. We will have a raffle. Of course, at SteelCraft, there's just food that you can purchase and drinks you can purchase, but that's a fundraiser coming up May 17th. We are always looking for donations. We're a 501c3, and we certainly need donations. We have full-time staff members. I am the interim executive director. I keep on telling people that because we don't have the funding yet for an executive director, but as soon as we do, I will not be the executive director, but we'll continue to support. And yeah, we're looking for that. We are also always interested in donations of vehicles or items related to mechanics. Like you might have a tool chest, or you might have something else that you would like to donate. And but vehicles, we've had, we just picked up a Dodge Dart yesterday that was donated. The engine was outside of the vehicle, but it was rebuilt. It was never, the project wasn't finished. That's perfect. That's exactly what the type of thing that we need. But we've also had later model cars that we've been able to flip and sell and put the money back into the program. Yep.
You do repairs for the public if they want to come in and have it pay you for your services with us to do it?
We're not set up yet to do that, and part of it is liability, and part of it is that we are very much doubled down on wanting the people to be involved. So we have enough projects, if you will, to work on, but we will always find space for the project if the person themselves is there to be a part of it. So yeah, thank you. That's a good question. I answer that question a lot, so So thank you for that, Earl.
I have a question about, do you guys have the tooling to do, for instance, like hydraulic hoses or brake line fitting, custom brake lines? Do you have that kind of tooling, or is that
We do
outside
not.
of, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do have a fabrication area welding program that's part of what we're doing, and we're still developing that. We're hoping to develop the whole fabrication area more. We have some equipment that we're hoping to add, to that, but welding has been the primary thing that we've done in our little fabrication area. Yeah. And I'll tell you just a little bit about more about me, I guess, seeing as though I'm up here. I also own a business here in Signal Hill in the Walnut Business Park on Walnut and 33rd. It's called Bigger Dots, and we manage printing projects, everything from like large displays, exhibition, like trade show booths. We do books, we do brochures, we do a lot of direct mail. We do all of the marketing for like the LA Philharmonic, Center Theater Group, LA Opera. So a lot of larger scale. If you've gotten something from the Hollywood Bowl, we printed it. And again, just to be clear, we are a project management firm, so we don't have any of the equipment in-house, but we've been doing it for 20 years, since 2005. Most of that time we've been in Signal Hill, and I live over here on Gaviota. I was born at Community Hospital. I'm a local, although I grew up overseas, but I'm passionate about what we're doing in the community, and very committed to it, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have on a personal level, or personally, or here in public. But the items on the table in front of you, there's some notebooks from Bigger Dot. There are some posters. There's 2 different sets of posters are there for you to take, please, and business cards, and then there's some flyers there as well. Any questions that you have?
Yeah, is there, do you guys do Monday nights only for like volunteer opportunities? If I went in and helped out
During the week? Yeah.
anytime?
Yeah, anytime. We're not there on the weekend, but Mondays our crew is there from 1 to 9:30 because we have our Motor Mondays, and then Tuesday through Friday it's 8:30 to 5. And we're certainly open to volunteers coming in and wrenching any of those times. And we have folks that show up during those periods. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.